Have you ever found yourself trapped in an endless cycle of overthinking? Replaying past mistakes, worrying about the future, or feeling overwhelmed by the noise of your thoughts? Overthinking can rob us of peace and happiness. But what if there was a way to quiet the mind and embrace serenity? Buddhism offers timeless wisdom to help us break free from mental chatter and find inner peace. In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful Buddhist teachings that will guide you toward a calmer, more mindful life. Stay with us until the end, where we'll share a practical step-by-step method to apply these teachings in your daily routine. Let's begin. Let's start with one of the fundamental teachings of Buddhism. The principle of impermanence, anicca. Everything in life is in constant motion, including our thoughts. Just like the river never holds the same water, our thoughts come and go. The problem begins when we cling to them, treating them as permanent. When you overthink, remind yourself, this thought is just passing by. It is not me, it does not define me. Many people suffer from unnecessary mental turmoil simply because they give their thoughts too much power. Thoughts are fleeting, they arise, persist for a short while, and then fade away. The more we try to suppress or control them, the stronger they become. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the more it slips through your fingers. Instead of fighting your thoughts, observe them. Accept that they are momentary visitors in your mind, not permanent residents. The more you practice accepting the impermanence of your thoughts, the easier it becomes to let them pass without attaching significance to them. Overthinking is a natural result of believing that our thoughts are an essential part of who we are. But as the Buddha taught, we are not our thoughts. They are transient, and we don't have to attach ourselves to them. Imagine sitting by a river, watching leaves float past. Some may be beautiful, others wilted, but none stay forever. Treat your thoughts the same way, observe them, acknowledge them, and let them drift away. Often, we assume that because a thought appears in our mind, it must be true or important. However, just as the sky does not become the clouds that pass through it, you are not your thoughts. They do not define your reality unless you attach significance to them. Practice mindfulness meditation. Set aside 10 minutes daily to sit in silence, watch your thoughts arise, and let them pass without attachment. When a troubling thought emerges, label it, thinking, and return to your breath. This simple technique helps weaken the grip of overthinking over time, making your mind a more peaceful place. Over time, you'll learn to distance yourself from your thoughts, allowing you to observe them without getting caught in their whirlwind. Now, let's talk about the power of the present moment, mindfulness, sati. Buddha taught that true peace is found only in the present moment. Overthinking often pulls us into the past or future, but life unfolds in the now. Mindfulness, or sati, is the practice of bringing full awareness to the present. Too often, we allow ourselves to be consumed by thoughts of regret or anticipation. The mind has a habit of ruminating over past mistakes, playing out alternate scenarios, or worrying about the uncertainty of what lies ahead. But what we fail to realize is that the past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. The only thing that truly exists is the present moment. By focusing on the now, we liberate ourselves from the burden of excessive thinking. The present moment is where life is happening. Every moment spent in the past or future is a moment wasted, and we miss out on the beauty of life unfolding before us. Overthinking often creates a mental barrier between us and the present, causing us to miss out on what really matters. When we consciously bring ourselves back to the now, we reconnect with life's simplicity and richness. Have you ever driven home and realized you don't remember parts of the journey? This is how we live most of our lives, on autopilot. The key to stopping overthinking is consciously bringing yourself back to the present. We miss out on life's beauty because our minds are elsewhere, replaying old conversations or worrying about things beyond our control. Being present means engaging fully in each moment, whether it's a conversation, a meal, or simply sitting in silence. This act of mindfulness helps us disconnect from overthinking and prevents our minds from wandering into negative spaces. When caught in overthinking, take a deep breath and ask, what is happening right now? Engage your senses, Feel your breath, listen to the sounds around you, and focus on what you can see. By anchoring yourself to the present, you detach from the cycle of unnecessary thoughts. Cultivating mindfulness through daily activities, such as mindful eating, walking, or breathing, gradually rewires your brain to remain centered and calm. By continually practicing mindfulness, you train your brain to return to the present moment when it begins to drift. Next, let's explore the concept of letting go, non-attachment, upekkha. Buddhism teaches that suffering comes from attachment. We overthink because we cling to ideas, expectations, and emotions. Letting go doesn't mean not caring, it means releasing what no longer serves us. We often hold on to things long past their time, whether it's resentment towards someone who wronged us, unrealistic expectations of how life should unfold, or an attachment to a particular identity we've crafted. But attachment leads to suffering because it creates resistance to the natural flow of life. Letting go is not about apathy, it is about freedom. It is about understanding that clinging to certain ideas or fears only weighs us down. The Buddha taught that by releasing attachments, we can attain true freedom. Attachment is the root cause of much of our emotional distress. It's not the events themselves that cause us suffering, but our attachment to the way we believe things should be. When we let go, we free ourselves from this mental and emotional burden, allowing peace to flow naturally. A monk once carried a heavy sack on his journey. A wise teacher asked, "Why do you carry this burden when you could walk freely?" The monk realized the sack represented his worries and put it down. Similarly, when we stop carrying unnecessary emotional burdens, we feel lighter and more at peace. Write down your recurring thoughts and ask, is this thought helping or hurting me? If it's causing suffering, consciously decide to let it go. Imagine placing that thought into a balloon and watching it float away. Practicing detachment allows us to live with greater ease and clarity. Instead of clinging to old narratives or limiting beliefs, allow yourself the freedom to release them and embrace the flow of life. Fourth Buddhist teaching is the illusion of control, acceptance, karma and anatta. Overthinking often stems from our need for control. We believe that if we think enough, we can prevent bad things from happening. Buddhism teaches that control is an illusion, life unfolds according to karma and causes beyond our immediate grasp. Many of us resist uncertainty because we fear the unknown. We overanalyze decisions, try to predict outcomes, and worry about things outside our control. However, attempting to micromanage life leads to frustration and anxiety. Buddha taught that suffering arises when we resist what is. Acceptance allows us to surrender to the natural rhythm of existence, trusting that everything happens for a reason. When we accept that we cannot control everything, we free ourselves from the anxiety of overthinking. Letting go of the need to control every outcome brings a sense of peace and trust. Life is unpredictable, but that unpredictability can also be the source of growth and transformation. By embracing the flow of life as it is, we open ourselves to possibilities beyond our limited understanding. Imagine holding sand tightly in your fist. The harder you grip, the more it slips away. The same happens when we try to control everything. The more we obsess over how things should be, the more we struggle. When anxiety arises, repeat, I accept what I cannot control. I trust the flow of life. Practicing surrender does not mean inaction, it means letting go of excessive mental strain over things beyond your reach. Cultivate an attitude of acceptance and trust in the unfolding of your life. One of the most important teachings in Buddhism is the practice of compassion, metta. Buddhism teaches us to show compassion not only toward others but also toward ourselves. Overthinking often stems from self-criticism, guilt, or fear of judgment. We tend to be our harshest critics, replaying negative thoughts and feelings about ourselves, which fuels overthinking. However, Buddhist wisdom emphasizes self-compassion, metta, as a powerful antidote to this cycle. When we criticize ourselves or hold ourselves to unrealistic standards, we set ourselves up for suffering. But when we practice self-compassion, we can soften the mind and let go of the heavy burden of negative self-talk. Instead of beating ourselves up for mistakes, we can learn to view them with understanding and kindness. Compassionate thinking helps us create space for growth and healing. A Zen master once said, "Treat yourself as you would treat a friend who is struggling." When we learn to treat ourselves with kindness, we can release the negative patterns of self-judgment that fuel overthinking. You are not your mistakes, and you don't need to punish yourself for the past. Practice metta meditation by sitting quietly and wishing yourself well. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. This practice of self-love and kindness helps counteract the negative thought patterns that lead to overthinking. Last way to stop overthinking is simplicity of mind. Overthinking often arises from a cluttered mind, too many thoughts, too many options, and too much to consider. Buddhism teaches us that simplicity is the key to mental clarity. By simplifying our lives, we reduce the noise in our minds and make space for peace and clarity to emerge. The Buddha lived a simple life, free from distractions, and encouraged his followers to do the same. Simplicity allows us to focus on what truly matters, without being bogged down by unnecessary details or mental clutter. When we simplify our thoughts, we create mental space for serenity. A traveler came to a Zen master with a question: "How can I find peace?" The Zen master responded, "Simplify." In that moment, the traveler realized that peace doesn't come from complexity, it comes from the simplicity of being. Identify areas in your life where you can simplify. Declutter your space, reduce multitasking, and focus on one thing at a time. By simplifying, you create room for peace to grow. Whether it's simplifying your schedule or letting go of unneeded material possessions, simplifying helps quiet the mind and reduce overthinking. Now that you've learned these 6 powerful Buddhist teachings, you are equipped with tools to break free from the cycle of overthinking and reclaim your inner peace. Remember, overthinking is a common challenge, but it doesn't have to dominate your life. By embracing Buddhist wisdom and making mindfulness a daily practice, you can begin to quiet your mind and find true serenity. Buddhism offers us profound insights into the nature of our thoughts and how we can free ourselves from unnecessary mental burdens. Whether it's accepting the impermanence of thoughts, living fully in the present moment, letting go of attachments, or practicing self-compassion, each of these teachings is a step toward a more peaceful and balanced life. But these teachings are not just for meditation retreats, they are practical tools for everyday living. You can apply them during stressful moments at work, when dealing with difficult emotions, or even when navigating life's uncertainties. The key is consistency and awareness. Over time, these practices will help you build a more peaceful, less reactive mind. As you start to incorporate these teachings into your daily routine, remember to be patient with yourself. Progress may be slow, but every step you take brings you closer to a life free from overthinking and full of peace. With consistent practice, you'll find that the mind naturally quiets, and inner peace becomes a way of life. If you found value in this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Mindful Pathway Media. Your support helps us spread these valuable teachings to more people who can benefit from them. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know how you've been able to manage overthinking in your own life, and share which Buddhist teaching resonated most with you. We look forward to connecting with you in the comments. By subscribing, you'll get access to more insightful videos on mindfulness, meditation, and personal growth. And don't forget to click the bell icon so you're notified every time we upload new content. Thank you for being part of this mindful community. Stay present, stay peaceful, and remember, true serenity begins within.